Good morning. Looks like I'm a couple minutes early. That's okay. I'll yak at you. I hope everything's going really well for you and those of you yesterday and all the times that are checking in and taking time out of your day to just sit and listen to me and I just appreciate you so very much. I'm going to be launching a course and I want to just kind of let everyone know about actually two courses that are coming up. But I will be launching a course for certification to be a stone reader and an earth stone reader. I am not going to include the great teachers in this one, but in the advanced one, you probably will end up getting that as well. In the this this will give you the ability to be able to go out confidently and do a stone reading for someone else, and as well as just reading stones for yourself in the morning. And so, if you're interested in learning how to read stones, this course starts in January. It's going to be an online course, and I can't wait to teach everybody. And I already have quite a few people signing up already. So, yeah, come on over and sign up and celebrate you in learning how to read these beautiful stones. Again, the information, there's a little video on YouTube about it, and you can sign up that way. There's also go over to my website and you can sign up that way. Hey, Rhoda, yeah, go over to shamanicreiki.ca and you can sign up right there and let me know. It's a wonderful program. Luisha just has already signed up, a lady underneath you. So yeah, it's a great one. And you get all certification. I'll walk you through the process of how to climb into the stones, how to read them, what the energies mean, and can take that beautiful energy and do it for other people. It's not something that's done. There's tarot is done all over the place, but nobody's doing stone readings. So stand out from the crowd, be the first to get out there so that you too can now start doing it. And it's a wonderful. I just start my day with them, obviously, every day, and I live the earth count. So anyway, so I thought I would just kind of promote myself a little bit on here and let everyone know about that. I also have another course that we're in the process of. The dates haven't been set yet, but this will be in 2025, early 2025. I'm suspecting January, but it might be February. We're not sure yet. But I'm also going to be starting a Deathwalker program. And that will be online as well. So just so you know, the heads up, what's coming down the pike and what you may or may not be interested in. But yeah, these stone readings are, to me, I would just, I wish everyone would do it because the stones actually matter. So, and I hope you enjoy my style of stuff. I'm pretty raw. I'm not all polished. This is who I am, and that's who I am in real life and who I am on the internet. So, just kind of you get what you get, but I like to teach the feels. So here we go. uh Rhonda, let's do you first. So you are sitting in, ooh, this is a good one. 5, 10, 11, 12, 14. 14 of the earth count. 14 of the earth count is the spirit of all animals. And what does the spirit of all animals mean? So the spirit of all animals sits in the north of the medicine wheel. And if you were to think of any animal, I'm going to use my turkeys as an example. The turkeys aren't walking around going, "Oh no, I'm going to shed all my feathers here when I do a molt, and I'm going to look really bad, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that," and get in their head in the spin of it. They just go with it. Their body does what it naturally wants to do. Well, we humans used to be able to do that. We used to work with nature. We would just automatically know where nature was. We didn't need someone telling us winter's coming or spring's coming. We knew when we would start preparing, and we start preparing in the spring so that you're already ready for fall when winter hits again. And that is that cycle. That is that beautiful energy flow of just knowing your natural instincts. And today, your natural instincts are just heightened so much. You just know, that intuitive gut reaction that you get, and follow that. Actually, just pay attention to it because you don't have to second guess. It's when we second guess, things usually don't work out the way we thought. And you're also sitting in love today. I got to fix these stones. I keep saying it and not doing it. I got to, but you're sitting in love today. And that's wonderful because love trumps all. When we can truly sit in the energy of love, and truly love, then we aren't judgmental of ourselves or anybody else. And things just happen. We know that we're not being attacked personally. We're just, it's just all lessons. Everyone's all learning their lessons, and how things flow. When we can sit in that love energy, we are actually elevating another frequency up to that fifth dimension. I don't sit in the fifth all the time. I sit in the fourth most of the time. I don't like the chaos of the third dimension. I really don't. I try to get out of that as much as possible. But I tap my feet. I'm firmly in that fourth, but I tap my feet into the fifth every so often. I sit in that beautiful sweet spot. And when I'm in there, everything works wonderful. But for some reason, I'm human. I pop back down into that fourth dimension. But I don't like being in that lower vibration of the third dimension. So anyway, you're moving around, but you're sitting in that fifth dimension today. You have access to it. It's all around you. And if you elevate it and you really work with it, you're going to find some wonderful messages within that itself. You're also sitting in the hollow bone, the teachability. You are teachable right now. You are open to receive information from spirit, from others, and you're not walking in ego today. And today is that beautiful day of just shining so bright and watching everything flow around you. The colors are going to even look different. Everything's going to be like, whoa, I love these days, right? So that's what your day is like today. Lucia, good morning, my love. And you are sitting in, Lucia's sitting in number two. Number two is the earth, that earth vibration that, and in the Mayans, they say it's reflection, but in I'm just calling in the stone. I'm just wondering what it's trying to tell me because I got drools coming in all of a sudden. Um, it's asking you oh, this is different. It's asking you to plant a plant. Plant a plant. Get a seed of something. Go to the store. I'm sure you can find seeds somewhere. I've got tons of seeds if you need any. But get a seed of a plant. It can be anything, and they want you to plant it and then start nurturing it. And every time you're nurturing the plant, nurture yourself and watch. You have a physical then to watch this plant grow, a connection to the growth and the well-being of this plant, but also that plant is connected to you as you can look inside. Oh yeah, that's my reminder to pay attention to myself as well. So today is the day. Go out and start from seed. It's saying don't buy one that's already been nurtured and started. You're the one that has to nurture it and germinate it and start it. Wow. And it's winter time, so good luck in that. And you're also sitting in confrontation today, so you may have a little bit of words with somebody. Something may happen that will spark maybe something, a conflict in you, or there could be a conflict around you today. And you're sitting in, oh, I haven't had pulled this one for a while. In the hand, the universe is your partner, and it's reminding you. And that's basically what happens with that seed. So when we plant the seed, you've germinated, you've watched it grow, and it can take weeks. We don't know that it's germinating under the soil, and you don't know that you're germinating under here, and you're changing and you're moving and it's just beautiful. So allow that to be. Now, what happens when you travel? Which And I think that is the key here, Lucia. Take your plant with you. So when you're literally going to make a little box, and your plant is going to come everywhere you're going, almost like you've got a pet dog or a cat and it's coming with you. Well, your plant is going to come with you. So bring your plant with you. And wherever you're sleeping, you're the one that's going to have to take extra care of it. It's not a matter of I can just leave it in my car. You can't just leave it in your car. Winter's here. It's going to freeze. You have to take the energy and the effort to make sure that plant is always warm, always cared for. And by caring for that plant, you are going to become more aware how you just let yourself drop off. Oh my God, I didn't pay attention to the plant and this happened or that happened. And then revert it back to yourself. I didn't pay attention to, and then watch what happens to your own body. So this is going to be a big teaching for you. And thank you, Spirit, for asking her that. Okay, so now Mary is going to be is sitting in. Ooh, I didn't even pull that yesterday. The zero count. This is the everything. So think of the medicine wheel. Literally, it's everything. All people are in this circle. All people are together. All people are a part of. We are a part of the world, and there's so much division right now, and it's asking you to push away any division, any labels, get rid of them. Just allow that beautiful open field of everyone is here. We are all here experiencing the humanness, and we're part of nature. So what's going on in nature right now? The universe, everything above us, everything below us, everything in between is all a part of who we are. Celebrate that and walk in that beautiful energy of that today. You're also sitting in a little bit of rage today. So you may witness something or hear something that you're going, that's just not fair. That goes against everything. And I'm really ticked about it. And it's okay to feel that way. Just understand what exactly are you upset about. And then how can you walk forward? Because we can't change how someone else is going to act, but we can change how we react. So turn it inward and pay attention to what your body is telling you when it's sitting in that energy today. It's also sitting in the energy, oh, the whale song of resignating. So I love that. So as you send out your energy, what happens is you send out an energy bubble. Those other people that are receptive to that sound wave will come to you. Those who are repulsed by that sound wave will go away. It's okay. It's not against you or for you. It just simply is. And that's nature. And that's what you're sitting in today. So it's pretty cool. I like to play when I'm sitting in those type of energy fields. So I like to go out and just send my energy out to different things, different items, what's really pulling me and what's repulsing me, because this day I'm really receptive to that energy. And so are you. Okay, here we go. I'm in. Okay, Luisha. Mary, good morning. Kim, good morning, Kim. I spoke to the beautiful Kim yesterday. Going over to Rising Hawk Tarot, man. She does an awesome job in the morning. And my reading was pretty cool. So you're going on 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 8 of the medicine wheel is the cycles of natural law. And here comes this abundance that now, Kim, you got this 2 days in a row. That abundance is actually coming into you. It is right there. It is receiving. It is wide open. the, Everything's going to change. Your life is going to change. Everything's going to change. You're going on an upward. You've really been fighting that bottom and you're coming up. And now is the time. And I can celebrate it, man. Just celebrate it because feel the good energy of it. Be careful of it because you could waste it away, but you don't want to do that. So really figure out where your money's going and what you're going to do. But there's things have changed for you. You're also sitting in the center. You're sitting in feelings. So allow yourself to feel and allow yourself to hope and allow yourself to that beautiful fantasy of everything's perfect and allow yourself to sit in that energy. We always kind of poo-poo ourselves when that happens, but celebrate and feel the feels today because your emotions are on high. So just so that you're aware of that. And as your emotions are on high, it says deep diver diving into the task. So you got a task at hand. You know that what's coming up. You've got an event coming up. Kim's going to be a tarot reader at a party at actually I think a little market or something. So congratulations to that. But dive deep into that teaching because everything's going to explode. You're focused in on where you're going, and boy, you're going to get there. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful experience for you. And I'm so happy that even the stones are saying that. Um, Rhoda, it's awesome. Okay, now we're going to go into Debbie. Good morning, Debbie Miller. How are you today? Debbie is sitting on 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 of the earth count. 18 are the Shinamiya. That's the keepers of the Akashic records. So who keeps the Akashic records and what are the Akashic records? Akashic records are your book of life. And I teach a whole thing. My first year program, we actually have a whole weekend dedicated to the book of life. I used to think it was, I wrote in, I would be, I don't know, driving down a road and I would be in this accident and that was all wrote in my book of life. That actually isn't the case. We write in the great teacher. So we'll write in the great teacher of the book of life. So maybe I wrote in seeking, and I wrote in care into this day of my book of life, and then events around me will unfold that will get me that lesson that I called in for today. And every day we have a lesson, which is what I'm pulling for you guys for your stones. Every day you sit in that lesson, but then every month you have like a chapter name, which is the overall view of that month. And then every year you have another one. So I have a book of life that I have been recording month by month by month, and it shows exactly what is happening in my life. And it was really cool having that teaching and understanding that. And who taught me that? My power animal taught me that. I've not heard it from a soul. I've not heard it from anyone else. And but I'm telling you, it was so powerful, and it opened doorways. And now when I'm reading about the book of life, and or the great teachers, and I'm reading about other things in Seven Arrows, and in other books, Lightning Bolt and stuff, when I'm looking at that and I'm seeing those teachings, and I'm going, that makes so much sense. So trust your instincts today, Debbie, and your book of life is wide open. What you made for today is manifesting today. It's coming. Today is the day you're going to get the results. So that's what that's telling you. So today is the day the results are coming in from what you have been working so hard to do. And you're also sitting in the water. There might be a few tears involved, because it may require you either letting something go, or just acknowledging how damn hard you worked for whatever it was that you were looking for. And today's the day you're going to achieve all of that. Don't be afraid of it being taken away from you. Just enjoy it. I won't say it won't be taken away from you, but I'm saying enjoy it. So don't let the worries of tomorrow rob you of the joy of today. And so you're also sitting in my beloved, the radical acceptance, which is what exactly what I'm talking about. When you're sitting in that sweet spot of just knowing, I'm going to enjoy the moment. I'm not going to worry about what could happen, might happen, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to enjoy the gift that I've been given for today. So it's a really good day today. So really sit into that energy and celebrate it. Don't be worried about losing it. Don't be worried about what if. Just celebrate it. Whoa, that's pretty good. So Paul, hello, grandmother. I had a dream last night, and I saw an open library. Library. A voice told me to pull out the book as I did wake up. Did I just have a visit from to heaven? Library, thank you. Oh, that's interesting. I can't answer that. My best, my students go crazy with me when they ask me things like that. So I would tell you to go and journey to that. I saw a big pillars and went all the way up, all the way up. Thank you. So when you that sounds to me like you've been in the Hall of Records. So, but doesn't mean that's where you were. This is from my point of view, from things that I'm looking at right now. I'm thinking it was the Hall of Records of your book of life. And I believe that that's kind of what you sat in. And we journey actually every night. We're not really attached to our bodies. We think we are, but we're out there doing other things, and our spirit self has stuff to wrap up. And I'm going to guess, and it is totally my guess, take it or leave it, is that I think that you went to your Hall of Records because you were double checking something that's coming up in the future, and you may have decided that you wanted to make a change in your book of life. We can do that. We can change what's happening in our book of life. So, but we have to be able to go into the Hall of Records and redo it. And I'll give you another example of how we can change it. I have attempted suicide quite a few times. And before I'd started my healing path, I really was in the pits of hell, to be honest with you. And I just wanted to leave this world. The only way that I could get out of that constant daily thinking of, will I leave today, was to recontract myself that this lifetime, this lineage line, I would not check out early. I would allow the process to be exactly as it's supposed to be, and I wouldn't leave. So that's what I'm talking about. By you're probably in there checking your book of life and go, okay, I know that I've got this coming up. Do I really want it? to be the way that I've wrote it, or do I need to change it? Can't tell you what you did in there, but that's kind of what happened. So I'm leaning towards that, but my guess is I would also say journey to it and ask what happened, because that's the best way to do it. Um, let's go see what else happened here. Here we go. I'm going down here, Paul. Let's get a stone for you. Paul, you're sitting in 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is the spirit of all plants, because plants talk to each other, right? So you actually, some gardeners will tell you, I'm not into horticulture very often, very much, but I know that I have friends that, oh my gosh, you don't plant one plant beside a different plant. You can make sure that they like each other and their energies are the same, and they're really into that. But then I don't have a green thumb, and some of them do. So it's the plants actually like and don't like each other. And just like as humans, they've got their friends that they like to flourish around, and one plant supports another plant. So sometimes I have a flower that attracts this type of an animal, an insect to come, or a bee or whatever, and then that then in return helps me. So they're all helping each other, growing naturally. It's us humans that mess it all up. If we would just let them have their to grow where they're supposed to grow and not try to force the river. Humans have a tendency to get really stuck in our ego that we think we can do everything. And actually, if we would just listen to the plants, we're just sitting in that energy of listening to the plants. So it's just telling you to listen to the plants today. Hear them, feel them. They're all around you, and they are talking to you. Nourish your body with good plant medicine, and I'm not talking about hallucinogens. I'm actually not a fan of that type of plant medicine. So, and it's also telling you to take care, do some self care today, and to care for someone else, because there's someone else that can't move about. I'm seeing a restricted movement, so I don't know what it is. Um, Someone around you has restricted movement, and they're asking for your help to be able to come forward and move, to help them. There's something they need to do. So if you know someone around you that has restricted movement, maybe go to them and offer, hey, just thinking about you today, and I'm wondering if I could help you out with something, because there's that connection is spinning in there and it's calling. So check it out. And then you're also sitting in the netcaster. This is the preparation to come for to fruition. So all those things, remember we were talking about the manifestation and the things that you can manifest, Paul, and how you are bringing things to light, is happening right now. So this is it. So now you've cast the net, and now everything is going to start happening that you have been working so hard for. You're actually sitting probably pretty close to the same energy as Luisha, where everything is going to start happening for you. So you've been working so hard towards something, you've been thinking it in the back of your mind, you're daydreaming about it, it's coming to fruition today. And it's really right there now. It's just yours for the taking. Wow. Okay. Good morning, Tamar. How are you? So Tamar is sitting in 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4. That is the animals. It's also balance. And it's asking for, because we're sitting in our mind, it's asking your mind to calm down, to calm. Don't, it's so statically. And it's like this and this and this and this and this. And I'm looking at all these other things, but I'm actually wasting so much energy that I'm not sitting focused, getting one thing accomplished. So it's going, slow everything down today. Just slow everything down today. I just go, you know what? I'm going to do one thing, and then I will worry about something else. And what gets done, and what doesn't. Allow it to be one thing, one thing, one thing. Because when you're looking at everything, you can't do everything. And it's almost like everybody's kind of piled a whole bunch of stuff on you today, and they all expect you to come to the rescue to do. And I'm going to ask you to don't do that. You're just going to deplete yourself. Pick what is best for you to do, and then do that thing. And when that thing is completed, then do another thing. But don't deplete yourself to the point of exhaustion. If you do that, you're going to end up getting sick, because it's right in that background energy. You're seeking approval of others. And when I'm seeking approval of others, I can never quite sit in balance. And that is the 2 that you're working on, right? So you want to be able to just go emotionally or one at a time, and don't worry about trying to accommodate everybody. You can't seek other people's approval. No, someone, no matter who it is, someone will always disapprove. So follow your hearts, follow that heart space. Okay. That's a hard thing to do when we're sitting in that. And trust me, I've sat in that too. And it's not easy to be the one to say, no, you know what, that's not right for me. And you're also sitting in the wood wives of adaptivity. Sorry, I should show you the adaptivity. And it's just meaning be reflective, be flexible, but also put yourself first. So the other thing I tell my students, which I'm going to tell you today, is put yourself on that pedestal. Don't put anyone else on the pedestal. God, don't put me on a pedestal. I'm no one special. I just know how to do this stuff and I like to teach it. Go put yourself on that pedestal. Do it first. And as long as you're not harming anybody, then that's to me is a good, I don't know, indicator where I'm okay. So put yourself first, and then everyone else. There's room for everyone else, but don't put them first because then there's no room for you. So if you make yourself first, then that gets you through the day. So that would be my advice for today. Thank you, grandmother. Thanks, Kim. I'll check out your tarot here shortly when I'm off. Okay, there we go. Angel's entrance. Ooh, may I have a read? Absolutely. So you're sitting on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, number 9 of the earth count. 9 of the earth count. Whoa, that is moon movement and energy. There's some change in. So we're just in the full moon is just kind of through that cycle of that right now. But oh my gosh, you still got residual coming in from that. There was a major shift. I think that full moon really affected your energetic field, and you're still in the in the backfire of it. So allow your body and everything to just calm down into that energy. It something's pulling you though. I see something. I just have to keep going into this, okay? So something is pulling you, but I'm not sure what it is. Like I'm asking if it's a person or an interest or what is it. It's not showing me. So just wait. I'll get to it. You're also sitting in the death and rebirth, which makes sense. So this new energy from the earth changing from the new moon is pulling you, but you're coming towards a whole new doorway, and the where you were sitting, the things you were doing are wrapping up, but it's a big cultural change. I see. It's not just a little tiny change. This is huge. Your friends are going to switch up. Everything's going to switch up. Who you're hanging around with. The old are going to drift away and the new are coming in. It might be a painful process of that happening, and all I can tell you is this: as it's happening, just acknowledge it and go, you know what, I knew this was going to happen, and I'm okay with it because my new tribe, my new people, my new energetic is happening, and everything else will unfold. It'll be okay, but it's a rocky road right now. It's almost like you're being stuck with all the rocks from the debris of the shift coming or hitting us. So we don't want that to happen too much, and just understand not much you can do about it. Take the hit, then let it go. And Spirit of the River was the movement toward adventure, which is perfect because now that you're getting there and you're moving through that newness, and then this whole new river, this whole adventure is going to unfold in front of you. So what you're coming into is so positive, but you got to let the old go so the new can come in, and don't worry about hanging on to it. It's okay to let it go. A few tears maybe, and that's okay. Um, Paul, okay, here we go. How soon for my money to come in and car? Well, I don't that's more tarot reading. All I can tell you is the energy you're sitting in, and that energy was that you were sitting in that beautiful, you kind of got that energetic coming, but that doorway's there. So I'm going to say that it's going to happen because you're on the cusp of it, but you're still in the muck of it where you're still getting a little bit of residual. I can't see it today, but let's see how it goes through tomorrow's reading, because that energy at one point you're reading and will go, whoa, it's here. And ask Kim. That kind of happened to her. So yeah. So anyway, Venus, thank you, my dear. So bless you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So Venus is sitting in, oh, I like this. This is the 11. This is all the stars. This is number 11. This is all the stars. And this is that beautiful sweet spot of knowing you're not alone. You're not alone. And when you're in the darkness, you could actually even be sitting in the darkness right now, but know that those beautiful lights are on you. Those beautiful angel lights are with you. And when you look up at the stars, just go, oh, thank you. I'm not alone in this universe. I chose to come here for a reason. I need to be here for a reason. And then start looking for your reason, because that you are lighting the way for other people. And I see you being inspiration to those around you. And celebrate that, because there's not enough people doing that. And you're also sitting right now in spirit, which is what I would say. So spirit, you're sitting in that beautiful energy of, I am here to guide others. I'm here to shine a light for others. And now I'm going to walk in that, and I'm going to watch you walk in that, and I'm going to celebrate. And there's none of that competition stuff. It's just like, let's all shine together and light this world up. And that's the energy you're sitting in. And I love it. So thank you. And we need, like I said, we need more people doing that. And you're sitting in the moon maiden, you're sitting in the new beginnings. All things are possible when you shine your light. When you shine your light like that, you're going to get back 1,000-fold. And everything you're sending out, all the good, all the love, all the light you're sending out, like the stars, is coming right back to you. And now all things are possible. Here you go. Here's your gift. And now what do I want to do with it? Where do I want to take it? So love that. So you have an awesome day. Plant thing is very true. Yeah. Ilf, how are you? ELIF. I can't, can I get a reading, Grandma? Oh, thank you. Yes. And I'd be happy to help you. You are sitting in the number 1 today. That number 1 is, man, that is new beginnings. That's everything's possible. However, number 1 is also sitting in the warrior side of the wheel, which is the east. And I can tell you that that east is actually calling. I see some conflict today. Actually, I see that warrior animal really needing to help you, to give you strength to face something, and is telling you that anything can happen. Don't go to the dark side right away. The warrior animal is here to help you and guide you along this path. You aren't alone, but it's going to feel a little choppy for you today. I don't know what you're facing, what's coming in, but I'm sending you all kinds of love, and I hope that it will work its way through. That's the only thing I can tell you. It will work its way through. And you do have a warrior animal that is with you to hold you today. Also, a little bit of loneliness today. Maybe you don't feel like you're part of the group. Maybe you feel like you've been cast aside or not as important, or I'm just not there. Like I'm looking for something, but I've just been really hurt really recently. And as that is sitting in that energy, it can feel horrible as we're sitting in that. And know that you do have that warrior animal, because that warrior animal didn't come in for no reason. It's there wanting to speak to you, wanting to be with you. Go to my video on here of how to find your power animal, or the journey of the journey journey music. Do that. Go to Sandra Ingram. She has an awesome drummer journey. So it's 240 beats a minute is what you need for this drum if you're going to go into drum journey. So yeah, Sandra Ingram has great stuff, or even my stuff. I'm all about sharing, man. There's a whole bunch of people out there. I'm not the only person that can do this. So if you're called to me, great. If you're called to someone else, great too. Just go. Don't allow this moment to slip. Your warrior animal really is there for you. And please don't sit in that loneliness like that. I know that how hard that hurts. And know that you aren't alone. You have all your guides with you. And you're also sitting in heart home is compassion. Have compassion for yourself. So think of yourself standing in front of you. And then what would you say to a friend who is going through what you're going through? And then have that same compassion for yourself that you would have for someone else, because you give compassion so freely. And I would ask you to give it to yourself as well. Thank you. Aho. And oh, aho, by the way, just means I hear you. I see you. um, Venus is done. I think I did Venus. I think I did Venus, but I'm not sure. I'll go do it again. No, I didn't. So Venus, here we go. Here's for you, my dear. And I gather that you two know each other. So that's great. You and Paul. Um, Yeah, yeah, I will get to you, Venus, and I'm on you right now. You're at number 5. Number 5 is being human. What is it like to be human? What happens to us when we come down from these seed selves and we come into this world to be human? We unfortunately forget a lot about where we were in that other dimension because we got these lives to live, this humanness to live. And I feel like it almost feels like you're being restricted right now. I want the flow of my energy to just burst out and share, and yet I feel like I'm being all tied up in knots. And so there's a cool art therapy thing that you could try. Get yourself a great big long, piece of twine. I like something thick. You really need some substance to it, not little string, but something with some substance, like a shoelace or bigger. And then tie it up for everything that you're worried about. Tie it up, tie it up, tie it up, and pretty soon you're going to get a conglomeration of all these knots and everything. And then I want you one at a time to rename those things in a positive and release it. Now you've claimed it. Now I want you to let it go. So then you untie it with each thing while you tied it. And it is quite a process to do, but let me tell you, it is absolutely amazing because you'll pay attention to which ones did I tighten really tight, which ones were loose, and you'll know which one you were sitting in because you're going to claim it, tie your knot, and then write it down what it was that you did, and then just work up, reverse, back up, untying. It trust me, it works. So that's what I would suggest you do. So, and you're also sitting in because yeah, we want those knots untied. Eyes of the eagle is rising above the fray. You can look at it from a different perspective, right? So you see all these things, you know what's happening, you know what's happening in the world, you can see all that, and you're literally tied up in knots. I want to do these are things that are calling me, but nothing fits right. Things aren't going the way I want them to go, and I'm worried beyond words. And so this is saying, hey, go up there, tie all those ties, untie them again, and then take a look at how you look, because you'll be looking at things with the eye of the eagle then from above, and you can soar above all that. Ooh, I hope that makes sense to you. Um, hello, hello. Okay, here we go. Angie. Hey, Angie. I'll have a reading to Grandma. You bet. So Angie's sitting on. Oh, is that Angie or Angels? Just wait. The Angie Mercer. You are sitting in 510 and 2 is 12. 12 are all the planets. So what's happening though is I think gravity's pulling you. It's like you if I close my eyes, the vision I get is you literally being pulled like a magnet towards something. You couldn't stop it if you wanted to. You literally are being pulled towards an event, a lifestyle, a teaching. You're being pulled into something, and it's good for you. So know that. Yeah. Oh man, if I can I'll just go with the flow because I can't fight it. This like everything opened up for you, and all new messages are going to start coming in. You're sitting in the east of the medicine wheel too, which is defeat. So sometimes when we get that pull to something new, it means we are now repulsed by something old, but we still want to drag it along. We don't quite want to let it go. So you're putting your backpack. I like to say the backpack. You're pulling the backpack and you're putting all those big rocks of all the things you don't want to let go of, and you're dragging them with you. So I'm going to ask you to let those go. Throw all those rocks down so that you can now get to your destination a little bit quicker. You don't have to make the journey hard. We can make it as easy as we can. You're also sitting in the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. So you're sitting in this, you can see, you feel, but don't be worried about poking your head back down. It's okay. It's like the blinders got taken off, and I'm now, oh my gosh, everything looks so different, and I'm understanding it from a new perspective. It's kind of a fun time to sit in that too. So let the old garbage go. You don't need to carry. Celebrate the new. Everything's coming right there for you. And I know you might feel a little bit defeated about it. Sad to let things go, but celebrate in, and then look at that matrix into this eyes. It's going to be real fun. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, here we go. Do 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 do. I'm Holy Lord. I hope I didn't miss anybody in here. I'm going through my list. Dan, I think, is the next person. Hey, Dan, and you are saying howdy. Well, howdy to you too. So Dan is sitting in 5 and 2 is 7. 7 is the sacred dreams of life. My favorite beyond every other stone is my favorite of the sacred dreams of life. I'm going to ask you a question, Dan. What brings you joy? Truly joy in your heart, and do that today. And I would also ask you to close your eyes and ask yourself, what did I enjoy doing when I was like 8 years old? What did I enjoy doing when I was eight? And then do that today as well. And I don't care if it was playing with trucks, I don't care if it was Lego, whatever. Go ahead and try something that brings that little kid, because that little kid in you is wanting to come out and play, and allow them to play today. It's a fun day. And you're also sitting in patience. Have patience with yourself, because it's not always easy to do that. A fun, I don't want to get into too much of a story about what I did one day, but I do odd things sometimes. In the middle of Walmart actually, and I just felt the urge to just do a spin, a twirl in the middle of the aisle, and I just spun in the middle of the aisle and went ah, and everyone looked at me like I was insane, and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed at how it felt to be so free. And I remember as a little kid, I used to love to twirl and watch my skirt twirl out, and just celebrate you. So your inner child is just calling today and really wants you to play with him. And you're also sitting in the sun bridge. This is the possibilities for union. There might be someone from your past that is sitting in the background waiting for you, to actually reach out to them. So and the first thing I would do is who came to mind first when I said that, and write that person's name down, and then try to contact them. Let them know that, hey, you know what, I was just thinking about you, and see where it goes. Because I know 9 times out of 10, if they popped into your brain as soon as I said that, that's the person whose energy is calling out to you. So there's something going on there. I hope that helps. Tia, TIA, and then last name BIA. Good morning. Any insight on my Leo lover? And I'm not understanding why he's pulled back his energy. We've recently reconnected and have been doing so well. I can't tell you what's going on in his energy, but I can tell you what energy you're sitting in today. So let's see where that takes us, okay? So you're sitting in 5 and 1 is 6. Okay, so you're sitting in spirit, you're sitting in the ancestors as well. There is an ancestral line that is coming in and playing out in this scenario. I believe you two have been connected in a past life, and you played out a scenario in the past life, and now you've come to the same energetic in this life that you experienced there. And at that point, and actually I see 3 lives. So I'm seeing 3. So the energetic that you two are sitting in one life he left you, and in one life you left him, and in the other life you stayed together. So this life you're calling in for the greater good. The best way to accommodate that is to just close your eyes and drop in and ask spirit to walk with you for the greater good of today. That's it. That's all you got to do. The greater good of today. And then watch what happens around you, because it's almost like spirit's going to come in and index everything, put everything in order for you if you are open to it. But you can't predict it and you can't push it. You just have to allow it to be. So it's trusting, and it's trusting that it will all be okay, but it doesn't necessarily feel okay, if you will. So you're also sitting in the physical today. When I'm sitting and I'm just trusting in spirit, I get pretty antsy and I want to walk around, and I'm not feeling. I want to kind of push it into it. Well, I need spirit to listen to me, because that's what I want. Spirit's going to do with what you need and what your soul self wants. And not only your soul self, but his soul self. So you two are intertwining together, weaving this medicine, but you've experienced this go around 3 past lives before, and you're just doing the same spin. So if you two can connect together and talk openly and get your communication going, you might be able to stop the spin you're in and be able to move forward together on the same path, or even if you choose to be separate paths, but to be in that same time frame, if you will. So it's an odd day. It's a conflicting day too, and it's closing a door and completion, which is kind of what I'm saying. So if you just allow spirit to go, if spirit pushes him completely away, it was meant to be. If spirit pulls him in closer, it was meant to be. Just go with the flow of it and allow yourself to just relax. Spirit, please help me walk with the greater good of today. And let's see what happens for tomorrow. Good luck on that, honey. Where do. Okay, BJ, hello. My daughter is so isolated. What if there else can be done? That's really good question. And may I also have a reading? Thank you. I'm sorry that your daughter's isolated, and that mental health is important too, isn't it? And so, working through that, you know what I would do? Truly, I would journey. When we're isolated or we're struggling like that, my animals are my best friend, and I literally go onto my YouTube. It's there in the videos, and as drum journey music. It'll take you through a meditation. It'll take you through an intention. Your intention would be to meet your center power animal, as well as her center power animal. Ask her to do the same thing. And yes, children can do this. When they meet your center power animal has lessons. They've got a way to teach you that I can't, that nobody can. So if you will open your heart to that and allow them to appear, it is amazing what you can do when you walk in that energy. That would be my advice. So you're also sitting in the energy of 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 is the collective spirit of all animals. Now, why did it take me up to animals? Because it is those animals that you need, that collective energy of all your animals. You have nine power animals on your medicine wheel. We've got our center power animal. We have our warrior animal. We have our healer animal. We have our birth animal. We have our recapitulation animal. That's the animal of the mind. We have our shadow animal, the light and the dark of us. We have our dreamer animal, which is that beautiful sacred dreams of life. Well, I love it. We also have a death animal, and we have a past life animal. Think of all of them as your army. They're there to help you. And if you can start tapping into them, that knowledge is so vast and is special for you. So my advice is talk to them. I'd love to tell you that I have all the answers, but I don't. And you're also sitting in the great teacher of fear today. I'm a little bit afraid. I'm afraid to do this. This is a world that is unknown to me. What am I conjuring up? I'm here to tell you it's got nothing to do with, I've had people accuse me of doing voodoo and witchcraft and stuff like that. It is absolutely not that. Shamanism, if you were to ask me what shamanism is nature. If you were to replace that word and put nature in there, it's just something natural. We've done this. We've had this connection to spirit all our lives, all our past generational lives. It's this generation that we're trying to disconnect from spirit. And if we can just start trusting ourselves again, we'll start feeling a whole lot better. What's the first thing that humans wanted to do? Cover up your feet so you're not in the dirt. What's the next thing we want to do? We want to put you on a device so you're not connected to nature. We want, like, if you pay attention to all that stuff, we've literally done that to ourselves. So please go back and follow that. Get to know those power animals. They will help you. So, and don't be afraid. It's okay. It's a wonderful way to walk. It saved my life. And you're also sitting in the energy of the gathering around, the power of community, which is exactly what I'm telling you. So you have the community of your power animals, you have the community of family, and now start pulling it in. And that goes for both you and your daughter. I hope that helps you. Please reach out if you're still concerned or you'd like a little bit more advice one-on-one. And now is for Jolly James. Jolie? Jolly? It might be Jolly. I don't know. Joli James. Hello. You are sitting in number 20. That is death, conclusion, and rebirth. That is smack in the middle of the medicine wheel. It's the last stone. This is where everything gets wrapped up. Literally, you're wrapping everything into a big bow, and you're going, okay, that one in the pile, and let's get on to the next one. You are finished a big task, something that is really been consuming so much of your energy is done, and now it's to start new. But it's asking you to actually spend a day of just rejuvenation. Celebrate that, celebrate the victory of it, and then rejuvenate yourself, allow yourself to rest because you're walking into a whole new situation. You're also sitting in the east, which is that raw power. Raw power. I've got that energy to do this, and I feel so good and so satisfied with myself. And it's telling you to celebrate it. Let people know what you've done, your great victories that you've accomplished. Often we poo-poo ourselves for celebrating us. Well, you're just sitting and you go, you're being bragger and blah blah blah. Nah, nah, nah. You got a right to celebrate. You've worked darn hard for what you've got, and allow that to happen, and allow that joy. And you're also straddling the worlds, wandering between the realms. I know what I can do. I know my power, but oh my gosh, if I step into my power, what will that look like? And the power is saying, you're so brilliant. Just walk into it. You got this. And so walk into that celebration because buckle up. We need you. And the world is opening so beautifully for you. You've really worked hard for where you've gotten, and you deserve to celebrate it. You're worthy of that. I hope that helps. I appreciate you doing this for us. You're most welcome. Um, and I think I got you all. Woo! So thank you, everyone. I hope you guys all had a wonderful time. It was spot on. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, I'll be back. If you want to learn how to do stone readings yourself, please check out my website. It's in the, I don't know what you call it, the write up thing about this. Go on to shamanicreiki.ca. And you can sign up right there. It's a certification course. It's going to walk you through everything. You're going to make your own stones. You're going to make your own container to hold your stones. You're going to understand how to read stones for yourself as well as for others. And you're going to step into the magic of this. You will get a certification. And I guarantee you, as far as I know, I'm the only one doing this. So if stand out in the crowd, and let's really get the teachings of this in. This has been such an old teachings that has come down through right from the Mayans. Like, this is an old teaching. It's not something new that I invented, and it's absolutely wonderful. So if we can step into it, the Mayans call it the Mayan 20 count is what they call it, and it saved my life. And I do it every day. I live what I teach. So if you're interested, let me know. It's an online course and it starts in January. Okay, take care. And with that, I'm out of here and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.